Hi guys, my name is Abhilasha and I'm a VARC educator on Unacademy. On the 99 Percentile Club, I discuss the questions of VARC and I hope you are following all the questions of the day and the 99 percentile questions. If you're following these, you will understand that these are all comprising of the various PYQs, and if you follow these questions, you will find them to be of great help and will help you with your preparation in a big way. If at any point of time you feel that you need to revise the question, feel free to go back and forth. Put a pause where you wish to read the passage and then take it forward from there. Let's get started. This is a reading comprehension coming from slot 1 of CAT 2020. So let's start. Okay, before I begin, let me quickly acquaint you with my Telegram channel. My Telegram channel is called VARC 99.99 Abhilasha. VARC because that's what we are doing, 99.99 because that's our goal, and Abhilasha because that's my name. So of course, all the three important things that you need to remember, all part of my Telegram channel name. The short link of course is AbhiCat, which you can find and very easily, and just get started. Let's start with our reading comprehension. So this one came in CAT 2020. If I were writing the paper, I might not have done it because at first glance it appears to be slightly clunky, but if you actually get down to reading this passage, it's a very nice and very easy passage to read and solve. So I thought let us actually read this here and then we will try and understand how to solve, because it is a very good question set. So let's start. Aggression is any behavior that is directed towards injuring, harming or inflicting pain on another living being or group of beings. So aggression of course means anything that you try to give pain to other people or to other groups of people. Generally, the victims of aggression must wish to avoid such behavior in order for it to be considered true aggression. So if it is true aggression, the victim must wish to avoid it. Aggression is also categorized according to its ultimate intent. So what is the goal of aggression? Accordingly, you can also categorize different types of aggression. Hostile aggression is an aggressive act that results from anger and is intended to inflict pain or injury because of that anger. So that's my first type of aggression, that is the hostile aggression, the one that comes from anger and wants you to suffer. Instrumental aggression is an aggressive act that is regarded as a means to an end other than pain or injury. So instrumental aggression is the kind of aggression that will lead for you to do something else. So the causing of the pain is not the goal of the instrumental aggression. The goal of the instrumental aggression is something else. Hostile aggression is where you wish to hurt someone. For example, an enemy combatant may be subjected to torture in order to extract useful intelligence, although those inflicting the torture may have no real feelings of anger or animosity towards the subject. The concept of aggression is very broad and includes many categories of behavior. So there are many types of behavior, that is verbal aggression, street crime, child abuse, spouse abuse, group conflict, war. So there are many types of aggressive behavior. A number of theories and models of aggression have arisen to explain these diverse forms of behavior. So there are many theories. Okay, so we start by talking about these theories and the models of aggression. And these theories and models tend to be categorized according to their specific focus. So what is the goal of the theory? Accordingly, we have categorized them. The most common system of categorization groups the various approaches to aggression into three separate areas. So the common way of categorization says there are three separate areas based upon three key variables that are present whenever any aggressive act or set of acts is committed. So you have three variables that will be present. The first variable is the aggressor himself or herself. So the perpetrator of the aggression, that's the first variable. The second variable is the social situation or circumstance in which the aggressive act occurs. So the situation in which the aggression occurs, that's the second one. The third variable is the target or the victim of aggression. So now you can categorize uh, the aggression on three patterns. Number one, who is the aggressor? Number two, what is the social situation? Number three, who is the target or the victim of the aggression? And based on these, you can categorize each one of these types of aggression. Regarding theories and research on aggressor, the fundamental, so let's start with the first type, the theories that focus on the aggressor. The fundamental focus is on the factors that lead an individual or a group to commit aggressive acts. So when there are theories, whatever theories that are there on the aggressor, the main focus is what factors cause you to commit these aggressive acts. Why would you actually, cause an aggression, or why would you go out and hit someone? At the most basic level, some argue that aggressive urges and actions are the result of inborn biological factors. So, at the most basic level, people will say that this is an inborn biological factor, something that is inside of you. But let's study more. Sigmund Freud in 1930 proposed that all individuals are born with a death instinct that predisposes us to a variety of aggressive behaviors, including suicide, which is self-directed aggression, and mental illness, possibly due to an unhealthy or unnatural suppression of aggressive urges. So Freud in 1930 said that because all of us have a death instinct, so we have a number of aggressive behavior. Kill or be killed. So I want to be the killer. So therefore that's one of the reasons why we are aggressive. Sometimes that aggression is self-directed and therefore it becomes suicide. Sometimes you do not reveal your aggressive urges and therefore you go crazy. So that can also be mental illness. So Freud says that everyone has a death instinct and that causes you to have these aggressive behaviors. Other influential perspectives, so there are of course other views also that support a biological basis for aggression, conclude that humans evolved with an abnormally low neuron inhibition of aggressive impulses in comparison to other species, and that humans possess a powerful instinct for property accumulation and territorialism. So some other people who said that there is a biological basis for aggression, they have concluded that humans, their mind, so neural inhibition means, please understand, neural means related to nerves, inhibition means stopping. So there are some nerves or some part of your nervous system that stops you from performing aggressive behavior, but humans have an abnormally low neural inhibition. So some humans have a very low neural inhibition. That means their mind does not stop them from aggressive behavior in comparison to other species. And that humans have this powerful instinct for property accumulation and territorialism. They want property, they want, this is my area. That's how we do it. So it is proposed that this instinct accounts for hostile behavior ranging from minor street crime to world war. So this instinct of territorialism, my property, this is what causes hostile behavior of all types. Hormonal factors also appear to play a significant role in fostering aggressive tendencies. So there are hormones within us which foster aggressive tendencies. For example, the hormone testosterone has been shown to increase aggressive behaviors when injected into animals. So if you inject testosterone into animals, they become more aggressive. Men and women convicted of violent crimes also possess significantly higher levels of testosterone than men and women convicted of non-violent crime. So the violent criminals have higher levels of testosterone. So that could be something. Numerous studies comparing different age groups, racial and ethnic groups, cultures also indicate that men overall are more likely to engage in a variety of aggressive behaviors because men produce more testosterone, women produce more estrogen. So testosterone is the aggression wala hormone. So therefore, Uh, So men are more likely to engage in a variety of aggressive behaviors, example sexual assault, aggravated assault, etc., than women. One explanation for higher levels of aggression in men is based on the assumption that on average men do have higher levels of testosterone than women. So essentially we are saying that there can be so many reasons why humans are aggressive. So hormones could be one, and abnormally low neural inhibition could be one. Also, the fact that we as humans also have a death instinct that Sigmund Freud had suggested could also be one of the reasons for human aggression. Okay, I hope you've understood this. All right, let's take a look at our first question. The author identifies three essential factors according to which theories of aggression are most commonly categorized. Which of the following options is closest to the factors identified by the author? You can go through these psychologically, sociologically, and medically. Aggressor, circumstance of aggression, and victim. Extreme, moderate, and mild. Hostile, instrumental, and hormonal. Well, the correct answer here, I know where it is sourced from. The correct answer was given to us right at the end of the first paragraph, where I'll take you back to this place here. It said the most common system of categorization was based upon three key variables, and the variables were aggressor, circumstance, and victim of the aggression. So very clearly this answer was given to us as option 2, where we said aggressor, circumstance of aggression, and victim. So these are the three ways in which the various theories of aggression are most commonly categorized. So this question, now see, I told you that if you look at the passage, it appears to be very difficult. But look at how easy the question was. It was absolutely factual. Very simple, very factual question. It would just take you like 30 seconds to go back and cross check your answer, even though you did not really have to cross check, right? So very, very easy question to do. Now this one was a must do question. So if you missed out on this, it would be a very sad situation. Okay. All right. Let's look at the second question. So here are all the answers that I have marked. So categorization, three key, aggressor, circumstance, and victim. So here you are. Let's look at the second question. The author discusses all of the following arguments in the passage except. Now guys, when you're doing the except question, please understand this is a true plus except question. Okay, because he says the author is discussing all of these except, so that means the ones that are mentioned in the passage, they are the ones that are going to be true, and the one that is either not mentioned or the one that is false according to the passage will be your answer. So true plus except is always false, so either look for the false answer or look for the one that is not mentioned. Ideally the false answer will be the best answer. Okay, so when you go through the options, mark true false, whatever the answers are, and accordingly you will be able to spot this in an easier fashion, otherwise it will drive you crazy. So let's see which ones are being discussed by the author and then which one is not. Men in general are believed to be more hormonally driven to exhibit violence than women. While the last part of the passage had said something like this, that men have more testosterone and therefore they are more violent. So this one is true as far as I think, right? Okay. Several studies indicate that aggression may have roots in the biological condition of humanity. Well, apparently that was also mentioned somewhere in the passage. So I will mark true for this also. Okay. The nature of aggression can vary depending on several factors, including intent. Well, the author had said something like this, that yes, you can categorize or the needs or what is the nature of aggression can depend on various things. So he had said right at the beginning that there were two types of aggression. One was the I've forgotten the name. One was instrumental aggression and the other one was, let's just take a second and go back. So hostile aggression, yes. Intent, so hostile aggression and instrumental aggression. These were the two aggressions that we were talking about. So here you are. So this is also true. Aggression in most societies is kept under control through moderating the death instinct identified by Freud. Now, here is where the answer goes false. Why? Because if you look back at the passage has very clearly said that there is a death instinct that was identified by Freud. But did the passage at any point of time say that aggression is kept under control through moderating this death instinct? The passage had not said that, right? And therefore this one is the one where you see this uh, you know uh, this is actually a sort of a distortion, I will say. Not really, because passage very clearly said, I'll take you to this place. Freud proposed that all individuals are born with a death instinct that predisposes us to a variety of aggressive behavior, including suicide, mental illness. That's what he has said. It does not say that these are the death instinct is, suppressed at all. So that was not mentioned anywhere. So therefore 4 has to be the correct answer, guys. Okay, let's take a look at our answers. Yes, 4 was the correct answer. So that's how. Okay, let's look at the third question. All of the following statements can be seen as logically implied by the arguments of the passage except. Now please understand, when they say logically implied, oh, my pen was working in a different place. That means the question is asking you to infer something, and then whatever is remaining, that will be the correct answer. So this is an infer to be true except. Okay? Infer to be true and then accept. So the answer will be a false answer again. So look for the ones that you can infer to be true, and then the one that is remaining will be the correct answer. So please be careful with this question. It's a trick question, I will say. Good question, but please be careful. Please find the one that is to be inferred to be true, and then find the one that is not part of this. So let's take a look at our options. The Freudian theory of suicide as self-inflicted aggression implies that an aggressive act need not be sought to be avoided in order for it to be considered aggression. Okay, so what he's saying is that when Freud says that suicide is self-inflicted aggression, that means you inflict the aggression on yourself, it implies that you do not have to go out and look for an aggressive act and avoid it in order for something to be considered aggression. So just the thought that is there, that itself is aggression. Okay, so yes, I can take it to be true. Yes, we can infer this to be true. So I will write true here. A common theory of aggression is that it is the result of an abnormally low neural regulation of testosterone. Well, the passage had said something about an abnormally low neural something. So now I want to go back and check this answer. I am not very sure, because I do remember seeing testosterone somewhere, and I do remember seeing abnormally low neural something. So was it an abnormally low neural regulation, or was it something else? I want to go back and cross check. So let us do this. Yes, here we are. Humans. Okay, the passage says other influential perspectives supporting a biological basis for aggression. So they say that there is a biological basis for aggression, conclude that humans evolved with an abnormally low neural inhibition of aggressive impulses, not of testosterone. So therefore here is something, here is a problem. You understand? So it said, it did not say testosterone at all. So therefore option 2 is the one that is false. Okay. I'll cross check options 3 and 4 also. Let us take a look. If the alleged aggressive act is not sought to be avoided, it cannot really be considered aggression. Well, if you avoid it, it is aggression. That's something that we have inferred too. Okay. So true. Let's look at the last one. Freud's theory of aggression proposes that aggression results from the suppression of aggressive urges. So when you suppress your aggressive urges, what happens? That goes into your mind and that causes mental illness. You remember we had said very clearly that there are two things that may come from aggressive impulses. One was suicide, which was self-inflicted aggression or aggression that is directed inward, and the second one was mental illness, which may happen because your aggressive urges are suppressed. So this is also something that we could have inferred to be true. So therefore guys, the correct answer here should be option 2. Let's take a look also. Yes, the correct answer was definitely option 2, which we had cross-checked and got as our answer. Guys, I hope this passage was, you were able to understand this. This passage actually had 5 questions with it. Well, I have only covered 3 questions because of course these percentile, 99 percentile series cover only 3 questions in a session. So there are 2 other questions that are waiting for you. Why don't you just go log on to our Unacademy app, look for the test, the PYQ for 2020 slot 1 and solve this one. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, you guys. But remember, practice rush hour, which is our daily section test, happens every night at 10:15. If you haven't yet joined in, do join in. It's a very exciting test series. Also remember to hit like, share, subscribe and the bell icon so that we can stay connected with you and you get all notification of all our updates and new videos. Also remember, most important, last but never the least, remember to use my referral code, that's AbhiCatLive, to get your 10% off on your next Unacademy subscription. Remember, AbhiCatLive. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.